And we're back.
Yeah. All right. I recording one, so pick up where we left.
All good, dude. Where the hell were we? We were talking about. We just started the
Each
new.
talk.
Okay, you want to start Matthews over?
Yeah. All right. You ready? In the Saints sign wide receiver Rashad Matthews, Titans reject. Hang on, I'm gonna try. All right. In news, the Saints sign Titans reject wide receiver Rashad Matthews to their roster. Any interest in him?
I he might be able to find a role in that offense that could happen, but I think it's more of an injury based thing. Although they don't have a lot of wide receivers that are going to eat targets between Jared Cook and Kamara and Thomas, all three of those guys, I feel like might get a high volume, and then Traquan Smith as well will eat up what's left. So depending on injury, he might be worth a stash. Maybe him and Curse are in the same boat. You know what I mean? It might be better to just stash him on the end of your bench.
See, that's my concern right now with Rashad Matthews is there's a lot of targets go around between Michael Thomas, Ted Ginn still there, Trey Quinn. You mentioned Kamara and
Ted
Cook.
Ginn, yep.
And honestly, though, I'm thinking about picking him up if he's on the free agency right now, though, just simply because he's the Saints and he's a wide receiver that people still remember the name of. You might be able to use him just as a trade piece, trying to push some if you're trying to push for like 2 for 1 or 3 for 1.
As you're probably gonna get him on a cheap deal. You're like, look, he's not even a high number against the salary cap.
It's a serious dynasty player, so there's definitely name value for Rashad Matthews.
I definitely agree with you,
especially as a Saints wide receiver. Right. And in some positive news, one of my favorite players, Emmanuel Sanders, was running routes this week. Still not full 100%, but it's still great to see him getting back going. What do you think?
I love it, dude. I love seeing players when they're on the grind coming back. As far as fantasy wise, I mean, I wouldn't go crazy on buying him. He is a little older to begin with. I'm kind of excited about the other two guys in Denver, honestly, with Deshaun Hamilton and Cortland Sutton. If you can get your fingers on them as well.
Tim
But
Patrick.
yeah, that's my take on Sanders, honestly. Yeah,
It's my favorite wide receiver name ever. All right. For our next segment, what we're gonna do is it's gonna be David tries to talk Jordan into players. I'm gonna pick a few players that I'm really high on that I think most people are down on that I'm trying to get for cheap. I'm gonna see if I can talk you into being interested in them. You ready?
Love it, man.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Player 1, wide receiver Jarvis Landry. In redraft leagues, Jarvis Landry's going around the 5'11", 601. But most people are down with Odell Beckham and all the coming in the feed. They're worried that he's going to lose his. But here's my thought. One, the first thought is that offensive line got a lot worse over the course of this offseason. The rest of the team got much better, but the offensive line got much worse. Baker Mayfield's going to need to get the ball out of his hand quickly, and the person who's going to be running those quick routes is Jarvis Landry through the middle. I think he's going to see more targets than Odell just because of the nature of his routes. And on top of that, when's the last time Odell played a full season? I think he only has one full season in NFL up to this point. I think Jarvis Landry you can get for cheaper as a cheaper option on the Browns' attack. And what do you think?
I'm shockingly going to agree with you. I feel like Odell's going to take up all of the attention from
the hype.
Defensive backs. Yeah, and then I mean, yeah, Jarvis has never been a wide receiver too. He's not going to know what to do with himself. You know what I mean? He's just going to be tearing apart some nobody across from the starting corner. I'm high on Landry, dude. I think he's going to eat. There's a few offenses, if you can get your hands on them, you just want to, and Browns are one of those teams.
On the same note, Callaway, too. He's in the same boat where he's going to see the lesser coverage. Like I said, OBJ does not typically play a full season, too, but more Landry.
Yeah, in Callaway on like a 3-year, $1 or $2 million deal towards like right at the beginning of the season.
All right, so speaking of Jarvis Landry, my second player is Jameson Crowder, who just signed with the Jets. Crowder's been down these last few seasons. People are starting to forget about him and how good he was. But the reason Jarvis Landry is so popular, or at least was so popular, because he played that quick route for Adam Gase. Adam Gase is known for like relying on those quick routes and quick development. Sam Darnold's going to rely on that, is going to